Former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has started coalition talks to form a government, after winning a decisive majority in Israel's fifth general election in 4 years with the help of ultra-Orthodox parties, and a new alliance with the far right. After a year in opposition and years of political chaos sparked by his ongoing corruption trial, the veteran politician made a comeback in Tuesday's vote. His majority means the deadlock period is in all likelihood over for now, and Netanyahu, already the country's longest-serving prime minister, will remain in office for at least the next 4 years. Back in office, the main thing for the 73-year-old will be that his process is stopped. He denies all allegations. Netanyahu's conservative Likud party won 32 seats in the 120-seat Knesset, making it the largest party, and his bloc managed to win 64 seats overall, thanks largely to a doubling of support for the extremist religious Zionists. In Israel's political system, coalition building is necessary to govern, and the new government is likely to be the most extreme in Israeli history. News of Netanyahu's dramatic victory was welcomed by right-wing and nationalist leaders around the world. Italy's far-right Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and Hungary's Viktor Orbán were among the first to extend their congratulations, after the final vote count was announced Thursday night. Israeli media reported on Friday that Netanyahu had ordered Yariv Levin, believed to be the longtime leader's right-hand man in the Knesset, to start talks with religious Zionism and 2 ultra-Orthodox parties over portfolios. The leaders of the far-right list, Bezalel Smotrich and the popular Itamar Ben-Gvir, both known for their anti-Arab rhetoric, are expected to be given key ministerial posts as horse trading began on Friday. Ben-Gvir has said he wants to be Minister for Public Safety, a post that would put him in charge of the police force, and Smotrich has publicly said he wants to be Defense Minister. On the list's shopping list are impunity for Israeli soldiers, expanding illegal settlement construction in the occupied West Bank and repealing pro-LGBT laws. Netanyahu has little in common with his new partners other than opposition to the creation of a Palestinian state and a shared desire to give parliament the power to overrule the Supreme Court, which will help get his corruption charges dismissed. Elevating the religious Zionists to the security cabinet will not be easy. The Shin Bet, Israel's internal security agency, is unlikely to be comfortable sharing information with multiple members of the party they keep files on. Israel's Western partners, including the US, have also reportedly sent messages to the Likud that they would have limited contact with the ministries led by Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, if they cooperated at all. Netanyahu's return to the world stage comes as violence mounts in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Fighting in Nablus and Jenin since the spring means 2022 is on track to be the deadliest year for Palestinians in the occupied West Bank since 2005. The situation is so combustible that a single match could ignite it, and this is the moment Netanyahu has chosen to let loose the chief pyromaniacs, columnist Amos Harel wrote in Israel's Haaretz Daily on Friday. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken expressed alarm at the deteriorating situation in the West Bank in a phone call Thursday, to thank outgoing Israeli Prime Minister, centrist Yair Lapid. Blinken uttered his deep concern over the situation in the West Bank, including heightened tensions, violence and loss of both Israeli and Palestinian lives, and underscored the need for all parties to urgently de-escalate the situation, Washington said in a statement. Israel's commentators have already begun speculating whether Netanyahu might seek to dump his new far-right partners once they have helped quash his corruption charges in a bid to improve his image internationally. However, having burned bridges by betraying political partners in the past, it is currently unlikely that any other party would be willing to join a Netanyahu government.